Okay, before I start actually getting into the video, I would like to preface that yes, I am kind of late to making this video. And yes, it feels like literally everyone with a YouTube channel has made a video about this topic already. But hey, I wanted to make this video since I am a Catseye fan and I talk about Catseye a lot on my channel. And also because I was in awe, awe to say the least, of everything that was happening during this time. So I just wanted to make a video. In case you don't know, hi, I'm Jack. And if you're on the internet as much as I am, you would know that Catseye is something that people have been seemingly not been able to stop talking about as of late. I've been a fan of Catseye for a while, but it seems like everyone and their frickin' mama knows what Catseye is now, and Catseye have exploded into the mainstream ever since Grammy night. I remember just being on my phone and seeing a couple of videos of people sharing that Manon from Catseye was going on hiatus. These videos were from Catseye fans, or people around the K-pop space, so I didn't really think anything of it. But within literal hours, when I woke up the next day, I saw people from all scopes of life saying things like Manon is going to leave Catseye, and she's being mistreated by Hybe and Geffen, and I just felt lost. But hey, Catseye has consistently been the center of controversy and drama, and we're going to be talking about some of the things that have been driving people crazy on the internet lately, as well as my own thoughts. So, let's get into it. I first want to talk about the criticism Catseye has been getting over their music, the actual art form that is supposed to drive people into the group. People have come to the consensus that while Catseye is very talented at performing and being constantly engaging for their audience, their music is surprisingly what weighs them down from being more successful than they already are. People realize that half of the lyrics in their song Tonight I Might don't even make sense, and both Gnarly and Internet Girl got major backlash for their lyricism and production. The main reason why people feel so strongly about Catseye's music is because we know how talented these girls are. When you have Lara Raj and Sofia La Forteza in the same group, you kind of expect for these songs to sound gorgeous. The whole survival show that this group was created from was centered around getting the most talented girls in the competition. But these girls are forced to sing highly repetitive, nonsensical music made for virality that does not dare showcase their actual vocal range. Don't get me wrong, I do like some of Catseye's songs, but I do think it is fair to criticize Hybe and Geffen, the companies that pulled the strings for their management of this group. Songs that were made by Laura and Megan in their free time have been shared and received a lot of support because they showcase what Catseye's sound could resemble if they were given more freedom over their own music and brand as a whole. I and many others have been begging for R&B songs by Catseye, and Laura especially has given us glimpses of what this could sound like if it became a reality. Catseye right now does not have a musical identity, or honestly, any identity as a group. A big part of this is because of the lack of autonomy that these girls have over their own careers. Hybe and Geffen don't know what they are doing. The only people who understand Catseye, their abilities, their dynamic, and their image are the girls themselves. Like, I'm sorry, but it's true. And this has been shown through personal projects. It's not just a claim that I'm making. We have seen it with what the girls have posted before. Daniela from Catseye has been receiving a lot of hate recently. This has been consistent throughout the entirety of Catseye's existence, but has gotten bigger as Catseye has become more mainstream. Recently, she received backlash over something she said on The Jimmy Fallon Show during a segment where the members were asked who in the group they would switch bodies with. And Sophia had come out to fans in order to clear things up and defend her group mates. But the biggest thing she's getting hated for right now is for something she has almost no responsibility for. She's been getting attacked over the actions of her family members, with people saying that her parents are Trump supporters, and people are especially mad over the actions of her father and the things he had said since Manon's hiatus. People are going as far as criticizing her over her own Latinidad, which doesn't even make sense, especially for me as someone who has struggled with his Latino identity. But, you know, people like to hate, and they will find any way in order to do that. Now to talk about the topic that has been driving people mad recently. The real meat and potatoes of this drama 3-course meal. Manon's hiatus from all Catseye activities for however long that is. On February 22nd, Hybe and Geffen released a statement that Manon would be taking an indefinite hiatus in order to focus on her health, and not long after, Manon herself also released a statement on Weverse, but many thought that her statement contradicted that of the company's. She said that she was fine and healthy, and that sometimes things happen that are out of control. Manon was also seen liking posts talking about the mistreatment of black members in girl groups by their companies on Instagram, which made people speculate about why she was actually on hiatus. Photos of Manon were shared both by her and by her alleged boyfriend, and she seemed fine and looked to be back in her home country of Switzerland. Things got even more tense once Daniela's dad started commenting things about Manon, which in turn drew more hate towards Daniela. He said things like, "Come back when you are ready to work. 5 is okay too. Catseye is a powerhouse." And overall was saying some things that made it seem like he didn't really like Manon and would be fine if Manon was never in Catseye. These comments weren't only limited to Manon, but were also perpetuated onto his own daughter, where he was talking about her body and how good of a dancer she is, comparing her to Lisa from Blackpink, and being a weirdo. This guy is just a huge weirdo. Megan also unfollowed Daniela for a short period of time, like, I'm talking not even 10 minutes, and people ran with that, saying that she unfollowed her due to all of the drama surrounding the group, and more so around Daniela specifically. This whole thing, if you can already tell by what I've shared. Megan's short involvement with all of this also sparked curiosity on why the other members have been relatively quiet throughout this whole situation. Catseye has always been a vocal group. Since their debut era, they advocated for people of color and queer rights. They even responded to drama in the past, like what we saw with their Jimmy Fallon interview. But now, at a time where everybody's eyes are on Catseye, they are as silent as a mouse. See what I did there? That's a little bit of figurative language, because like cat, mouse, silent as a mouse. Anyways, there is a bunch of speculation as to what may be truly happening involving Manon's hiatus, but there are a few major theories that I'm going to be talking about. Theory 1. Hybe and Geffen put Manon on hiatus because of the release of a short film. Manon appeared as an actress for a short film she made with her friends, and many people think that this could have been a breach of contract, considering it is not tied to Catseye directly and could be damaging for her own personal brand. Despite this being a pretty good theory, I think it is the most unlikely, considering Daniela and Laura have also been a part of projects not directly tied to Catseye, and considering the girls have released solo projects, like the songs I mentioned before, without harsh reactions by the company. Theory 2. Manon is being mistreated as a member. This theory actually has quite a lot of backing to it and seems to be the most popular. Not only do we have Manon's initial statement about her hiatus pointing us towards this direction, but also her actions on the internet since then. The actions of her alleged boyfriend also making us think that she's being mistreated, the actions of Daniela's dad, and the other members' silence in the whole situation. Many people are speculating that this could be because of her race, and that Hybe and Geffen have been planning to push her out of the group for a long time, since this is not the only time she has been pushed out of the spotlight. This is a pretty good theory, and is within the realm of reality, especially with what Hybe has done in the past with their idols. But I personally think Theory 3 is what's really going on. Theory 3. This is all a publicity stunt. This theory stems from the fact that Hybe and Geffen are master rage baiters. You could say that they're masturbating us. They did similar during Dream Academy. They did similar with Gnarly and Internet Girl. So who's to say that they wouldn't do it again? Hybe loves the idea that any publicity is good publicity. That's like the main way they have promoted their groups for years. And all of them, despite everything, have bounced back from the negativity and been successful. The other members, despite being so vocal in the past, have remained quiet. Manon herself said that some things happen in ways that we cannot control, and that she is looking at the bigger picture. It's not like Manon is not in the public eye. She still is, and has arguably garnered more attention than any other point in her career. There are some loopholes, of course. Like, what's the deal with Daniela's dad, and why are other celebrities becoming involved with this? Although people think that this theory is unlikely because of the negative press, and they think that Catseye would not be able to continue successfully after this, the truth of the matter is that girl groups have come back from negative press before, and icons are a large and passionate fan base that love Catseye more than their own mothers. Take bunnies, for example. They are hyper obsessed with anything New Jeans related and are some of the most delusional people on the internet. I don't underestimate icons, and I think they could slowly, or not even slowly, I think they are starting to become a fan base just like bunnies. Or, we could all be wrong and Manon is just on hiatus and will eventually come back to Catseye and the general public is gonna forget that anything ever happened. Look, I love Catseye and will continue to love them regardless of what may happen after I release this video. People love talking about them, which, at the end of the day, is good for Hype and Geffen. Icons piss me off sometimes, or, if I'm being completely honest, a lot of the time, and make these dramas larger than they need to be. The only real victims in this situation are the members, and the perpetrators of this drama all comes back to the companies that they are under, and to a certain extent, us, the people that consume what they do as entertainment. We may not think so, but us, the regular people, the people that engage with the content that celebrities make, have a part in the way that these dramas play out, how they are perceived. They affect the people that we idolize, the people that we like and support. Just keep that in mind. Even though we may seem itty-bitty to these people, we do, in a certain way, affect them. I hope you liked this video. I've been meaning to make a video about this for a while now, and want to make more videos like this one instead of just making reviews. So, let me know what you thought of this video, as well as your own thoughts on all the drama in the comments. Also, if there's anything I missed about this drama, feel free to talk about that in the comments and engage with the other viewers and have a little bit of conversation, Be nice to each other, though. Make sure to like, subscribe, share this video with people you know. Check out my other videos and my music. I've been releasing songs as part of my upcoming album, I'm 18 and I'm Still Not Dead Yet. The full album will be out in July. So if you want to listen to a couple of those songs, you definitely should. I'm really proud of those songs. And yeah, check out my other videos. Check out my music. Do all of the things that, an average YouTuber tells you to do. And I will see you all whenever. Bye-bye.